What's going on, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and wow, it feels like it's been forever since I've actually done an episode discussion video. Well, the thing about it is, some of these episodes, we're not getting summaries for them. In fact, it's been a while since we've gotten summaries, and the most recent summary we got is for next week's episode, and we still don't have episode summaries for episodes past that. And we got a few new episode titles today, so I kind of want to cover that. I don't have any summaries for them, so we'll just talk about the titles and then go on from there, I guess. Anywho, if you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe, as I cover the Pokemon Journey series on a weekly basis, or whenever the episodes come out, or I do discussion videos like this whenever we get episode titles and summaries. Well, when we did get summaries, I should say, or whenever we get them again. But bottom line is, if you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe. So let's get on to the discussion, shall we? So one thing I want to talk about really quickly is, we got episode titles for episodes 43, 44, and then 46 and 47, but for some reason, episode 45, the full title has been skipped. We know it's going to be Sword and Shield Part 4 something, but we don't have the rest of the title yet, so it makes you wonder, what are they hiding? Something big has got to be happening in this episode for them to withhold the full title and then skip on to the next two episodes. The last time they did that, I believe, was when last major time that I can think of is when Ash versus Kukui happened last year. And I think they did it once earlier in Journeys, but I don't think it was anything significant, unfortunately. But the last time I remember it being big, something big, would be Ash versus Kukui. So it makes you wonder what's going to happen at the end of this arc. Are they setting up a Go to potentially capture Eternatus? Because if so, that's pretty big. I know it follows the game events, or the events that happen in the Sword and Shield games, I should say. So don't be surprised if Go ends up catching this Pokemon. He almost caught Zapdos, and I feel like that could be potentially a tease for him catching Eternatus or something else, but I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there since we don't have a title for this yet, so expect something big to happen at the climax of the Sword and Shield arc. So the first episode I wanted to discuss is episode 46, which is airing on November 20th, which is the episode following the Sword and Shield arc, and it is titled Battling and Getting, the Revival of Mewtwo. And oh boy, I gotta say, battling is one thing, but catching Mewtwo, yeah, that seems like a stretch, so I feel like this is potentially going to be bait. They've done this a lot in the past, guys, so don't be surprised if nobody catches Mewtwo, and I think Ash or Go need a Master Ball to accomplish that feat, so good luck with that, guys. But anyways, I'm super excited for this episode. I know that Mewtwo has been teased in that promotional poster from last month, and in the trailer for the Sword and Shield arc. We saw him at the very end, and that actually basically overshadowed all the Sword and Shield stuff. Like, I'm excited for that stuff, but when I saw Mewtwo, I'm like, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's the thing that we need to focus on. So I'm going to be interested to see how well, if we're actually battling Mewtwo, how well is Ash and Go going to do? Because back in the first movie, Ash couldn't do a single thing to Mewtwo. So let's see if he's able to stand up to Mewtwo this time around. But besides all that, I'm actually really excited to see what they're going to be doing with this episode. I hope this episode delivers. Just saying. So episode 47 of Pokemon Journeys is airing on November 27th. And it is titled Pokemon Champion, The Battle of Big Eaters. So the interesting thing about this episode title is that it's a reference to a TV show that used to air on TV Tokyo in Japan that was titled TV Champion. And the interesting thing here is that the Battle of Big Eaters, or Battle of Big Eaters, is basically a spin-off show from TV Champions. And TV Champions, it was basically like a variety show where basically people just competed using their various talents, and they had to become king or something like that in order to win the competition. I'm not really too familiar with that stuff. Sounds pretty interesting though. But the Battle of Big Eaters, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So this episode is probably going to be more of a fun episode. So I'm wondering if Morpeko is going to be involved in this episode, since this little guy likes to eat a lot. So I could see Team Rocket maybe going up against Ash and Go in a competition, and Morpeko is used in the competition to eat a bunch of food. And then when it comes to Pokemon that Ash could use, I mean, he could bring back Snorlax for this. I mean, that'd be the perfect Pokemon they could bring back, like one of his older Pokemon. You could call this Pokemon back and enter it into this competition. So he has that. I know Go has that one squirrel Pokemon, but not really sure what other Pokemon he can use for this competition. But he catches all the Pokemon all the time, so he's probably got something up his sleeve for this competition. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to say. I think this episode could potentially be a fun one, or it could potentially be one that I don't really care for. We'll see when the episode drops on November 27th. And if I'm being honest, that's honestly all I got for now. Again, there really hasn't been a lot of information coming out for upcoming episodes, so I really haven't been able to make these videos, but if it's going to be like this from now on, I guess we're going to have to roll with it and just talk about titles going forward and just speculate based on the titles of episodes, which is kind of difficult to do. But anyways, guys, post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of these episode titles. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll talk to you all later. You all stay safe out there. Have a good day or night wherever you're at. And I'll see you later.